So there is a controversy between the main provision and the circular issued by the CBIC. Now, I would like to give you the primary details of our business. We are giving services to mostly our clients only. If our client doesn't invest, we are not getting anything out of it. So we have to represent our case from the basic that we are providing services only to our clients. And if client doesn't invest, we do not get anything out of it. We used to visit the client. We used to give services regularly to the client. Therefore, basically, we providing services to our investor or our clients only. And mutual fund, which comes into picture because the owner of the mutual fund is our investor. And that is only a mediatory, is only a mediation for investment made by investor and being managed by the mutual fund. They are not the owner. Owner is investor, and we are providing services to our investors only. Therefore, we are not liable to get registered under IGST. We should apply for registration if our turnover is more than 20 lakhs in a year under GST and SGST. This is my proposition, and we should act accordingly. Otherwise, whatever the notices we are receiving, they are making a liable for making the payment from rupee 1 of our commission. So we have to fight our case in such a manner that we should be entitled for CGST and SGST, not for IGST.
ठीक कनक सर.
यस बोलिए. That's all from Rajesh ji. We also
Yes,
have
sir.
this YouTube link. This can be shared in the group so that people who are unable to join in the Zoom session, they can also look into that. Okay. So with this, I think we can have someone if would like to take this initiative and explain the whole system, or and then we can take it forward. I think there are some people who have already raised the hands. So we will see Mr. Gopal Agarwal and Mr. Sukumar Le. So I think there is one important thing which we should see is people below 20 lakhs, they have nothing to do in this case. Things will be moving. So until and unless they move to the 20 lakh plus slab, I think this is one issue which will start. People who are above 50 lakhs, there is nothing to do. In fact, having GST, and they will have to pay, and that's normal. If they are within Maharashtra or outside Maharashtra, that's a different case. People between 20 lakhs to 50 lakh, I think that is a point which has to be understood, because there is an option of composite scheme for the people between 20 lakhs to 50 lakhs, and only the people in Maharashtra can avail that benefit, and people outside Maharashtra are unable to do that. So that is one point I think we can discuss. And the other part is not having GST and all. Those are certain other things. So that way, I think these are the points. Anything beyond that, somebody would like to share? Maybe no, I'm asking Mr. Gopal Agarwal to unmute.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thank you so much for this initiative, Kanak sir and all the team. I would like to raise one point here that one group is requesting for the waiver of interest and penalty, and that seems to be ready to pay. And I think what recently just one speaker told ki we are not liable to pay the GST itself. So we need to have a clarity. If some of us put the request to the authority ki we are ready to pay and just waive us the interest and penalty, I think that will like weaken our case. As it is rightly said, we should not be liable to pay the GST from the rupee 1. So we all need to have a clarity about this, and then only we should move ahead. So this is humble request from my side.
Kanakji, if I can quickly respond to that one. So Gopalji, very good point there. Just to clarify, you are absolutely right that if you are under 20 lakhs, you have no GST liable. So you don't have to worry about the issue. Now, in case your income is over 20 lakhs and you have been issued a notice because you failed to register previously, given that you were a small business owner and you had a lapse of, compliance, and in that event, if you are being made to pay your past dues, so that you have to pay if you are above 20 lakhs and you have failed to register in the past. So for that specific mutual fund distributor, for that group of aggrieved people, we are putting forward the representation.
Okay, got it, got it. I think I haven't understood properly, correct, but now it is clear. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sukumar, would you like to add something? Then I will request Anand to share what has to be done, because he has been working, although he is not in India right now, but still he is prepared certain things which he can share then. Yes, Mr. Sukumar, anything you would like to add? So yes, Anand, please share your thoughts. What can be presented? What can be done? If there is something to show in writing, please do that, and then so that we can take it forward from there.
Right, sir. And again, I want to just make it underline again that this is only relevant for people who are above 20 lakhs and who failed to register for GST in the past and are now in receipt of either a GST summons, a GST notice, or a GST show cause notice. So if you don't fall in any of those categories, you don't have to worry about this. You can probably even drop off. If you fall in that category, what we are planning to do is we have written to a letter that requests for 4 points. The first point is, and actually just let me open the letter itself right now. Just hold on. So our 4 points of relief are going to be: one, what the GST department is doing in some of these cases, it's applying Section 74 in its show cause notices. Section 74 basically states a willful intent to defraud the government. When they apply Section 74, they can charge up to 200% of principal GST amount due as penalty over and above principal payment and interest payment. So the first demand that we are putting forward is, please do not proceed in your cases using Section 74. We are small business owners, we are regular taxpayers, we are not sophisticated taxpayers. And so if we have made a mistake, we are okay to correct the mistake, but don't charge us as, in cases of fraud. So that's relief point number one. Relief point number two is we want to make the case to waive off prior interest and penalty amounts. For some of us who haven't registered since 2018, the interest and penalty amounts can be very big. So the second point is, if we are a group of us who face the same issue, please waive off interest and penalty on the GST payable. Number three is essentially fair treatment by GST authorities. Again, we are independent financial advisors, small mutual fund distributors. Don't send legal jargon full of, tax terrorism to us. Deal with us as if we are regular citizens in good faith, in good understanding, and give us relief to that extent. And the fourth part that we would put our plea for is to apply retrospective composition levy benefit for those who are in Maharashtra. So for example, if today in 2024, I have received a GST summons and I am a mutual fund distributor in Maharashtra, I am making the request that for my prior GST payments to apply the composition levy benefit in retrospection. So these are the 4 points. I think in addition to this, we will also be making the plea to the government that a lot of us were under the impression that fund houses were paying GST under reverse charge mechanism. It was not fully clear to us who is liable to pay. And for those who are not familiar with this, forward charge mechanism is what we have to do as mutual fund distributors, where we pay the GST Reverse charge mechanism is where even though the commission is being received by the mutual fund house, the mutual fund house deducts the GST, pays us the net commission, and on our behalf would pay the GST to the government. That's reverse charge mechanism. So in our case to the government, we will be making the point that a lot of us were under the impression that the mutual fund house would take care of this. Insurance companies pay off commissions on a reverse charge mechanism basis. And so therefore, a lot of us were under the impression that mutual fund houses would be doing the same. So these are 4 plea requests in our case that we're going to put forward to select officials in the government. Rajesh ji has been very kind to share one of his contacts who has a direct line of access to Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So we'll send our letter to her. We'll send our letter to the secretary or the additional secretary in the government of India who is responsible for the GST department. And we'll mark this letter to all GST commissioners in India, as well as the council members of the GST main council body. There is a GST meeting coming up on the 23rd of August. So it is imperative that we send this letter out ASAP. I will drop the letter on the WhatsApp group that we have on GST issues, so you can read through the letter as well. And
you
if
can
you'd like
share
to,
the letter over here also on the screen.
I don't have it on this screen, sir. I'm on my work laptop, so I don't have it on this screen.
Okay.
But I'll share it on the WhatsApp group. And in fact, Kanakji, if I think I shared it with you. If you can share it on your screen, I think that would be very useful. But effectively, our goal would be to put this on the Mutual Fund Distributor Association of India's letterhead. And whoever is in the same position and is seeking relief for their cases, please get in touch with us so that we can add you as a signatory to this letter. And if we are able to land meetings in New Delhi, we can invite you to join us for those meetings so that we can make our representation to the government in person. And if we do this together as a group, we'll stand a very good chance of getting leniency in our cases. So Kanakji, that's it from my side. If you have the letter, please feel free to share it. Yes.
So this is the letter. Over to you, Anand, again.
Some of you may remember I had run a poll on the WhatsApp group, basically asking who among you are in receipt of notices. I think about 29 people responded to that poll positively, saying that you are facing a similar issue. And therefore, I've put that number here. If we have more signatories, I will change that number. But sir, if you could scroll down. Right. So I'm, the way the letter starts is, we say that we are alarmed at how the GST department is invoking Section 74 of the GST Act, accusing some of us of defraud, which is not our, intent. Obviously, we are regular taxpayers. We are very simple, small business people. And so first, we want non-application of Section 74, waiver of interest and penalties. And sir, if you could keep scrolling down, you have the third, which is the retrospective composition levy benefit. And then fourth is fair treatment by GST authorities. There is a fifth point here that I've not added, which is effectively that a lot of us were under the impression that mutual fund houses would be discharging GSTs or GST amounts on the reverse charge mechanism principle. And so I'll add that in this draft as well. If you are looking for relief, if you're in a similar situation, if you're in receipt of a notice, collective, me going alone will have very little impact. But if 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of us go together, we will have a very, very big impact and stand a very good chance of getting a lot of relief in this GST process.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we have a raise hand from Mr. Narendra Jain. If you can. And then Mr. Suraj Jatwani.
Hello.
Yes, Narendra ji.
Hello. My observation of this discussion we are going on, there is a misconception there is sir, there is a misconception among the MFDs. They are treating their liabilities not up to 20 lakhs, which is completely a wrong perception as far as provisions of GST are concerned. So look into that. We are receiving notice for even 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 8 lakhs from the GST department to pay, including interest and penalty. So we must consider that this misconception should not be carried in a long way. They are treating all distributors out of Maharashtra are liable for IGST, integrated tax only. And if it is continued, we will not succeed when even we are approaching the finance minister. So first we have to understand that the working MFDs out of Maharashtra, as per GST Act, they are liable for registration and pay the taxes from the stretch from rupee 1 itself. So we have to present our letter or our argument in such a manner that we are not liable for 20 lakhs because we are providing services to our investors. And investor is the owner of mutual fund. The mutual fund is only a mediator, is managing the fund. If investor doesn't invest, we will not get anything out of it. So we have to understand that our logic should be forwarded in that manner that we are liable for 18% GST, but under SGST and CGST, not under IGST. If we accept the logic of IGST, we would be held responsible from rupee 1 itself. So our argument should start with that it should be SGST and CGST only. It should not be IGST. Otherwise, only the people of Maharashtra or MFD of Maharashtra will get the benefit, but rest of India will suffer.
Valid point. I think, Anand, you can add to this point, and then
Yes.
that can be discussed later also.
Correct. Agreed, sir. We'll make that modification.
Yeah. So anyone else would like to comment on this or any other point which has to be shared? Any
Maybe
other
if I
points?
maybe if I could ask the group here, if you want to raise your hands and speak up, is anyone else in
Yeah.
receipt of such show cause notices? What has your experience been like? Would love to hear from the group. On the WhatsApp group that we have, about 16 or 23 people have voted saying yes, they received a notice, and approximately 29 people have said that they are either haven't paid the GST amount yet if they have received the notice, or they have paid part of the amount, but the case is still ongoing. So if you fall in that category, would again be great to hear from your experience of what is your case been like.
As we can see, like almost 100 people we are having in this group, and around similar number is there on the YouTube also. So for the people who are unable to join over here, so we have number. You can even write, or you can put a comment in the chat box on the YouTube channel, and we will share and discuss it over here also. Rameshji, would you like to add something to this? Yes, Gopal, you can share.
Yeah, again,
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. Gopal, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, again, raising the same issue. I think like we have to put that request first, which I was talking about earlier. Because if this request get approved, then even this set of MFDs will be left with the earlier set, like we are liable from rupee 1. So is there any chance we can take MFDs, we have got a notice to pay from rupee 1 in the priority, and then this, or at least together?
We can certainly work on doing it together, sir, because there are two sets of aggrieved parties, and I think if we get a chance, we should, if we get a meeting, both these sides should put their points of view forward.
Yeah, because if this request by God's grace, by God's mercy, if this gets approved, then still even this set will be like sort of harassed.
Aggrieved.
Sent a notice for
Correct.
first part for that you're supposed to pay from rupee 1. So I think
Correct.
the seniors can decide whether in the same request we should put this request also, or two separate requests, like.
And one more thing, just at MFRT conference in August first week at Chennai, we had Mr. Anil Singhvi, who is the managing editor for Z Business. He was also there, and he has assured that he will be a part of this, and whatever points or the letters are there, he will share it with the regulators and authorities from his end also. So this is something which Mr. Bhatt was also there with us on that particular day when we have shared, and he also told that all the details he will also do it through his media. That's it. So Ramesh bhai, you can add to that and whatever we need to do so that we can finally form the letter and share it ASAP, maybe on Monday only.
See, as people earlier discussed, one thing is even let it be IGST. Narendra Jain sir was talking about the IGST part, about 20 lakhs. It is from rupee 1 we need to pay. In fact, I have shared a notification which is very clearly states that notification 2000 notification number, you can just Google it also, notification number 10 of 2017 integrated tax. You can check it. There is a notification dated 13th October 2017. It clearly states I'll read out clearly, person making interstate supply of taxable services and having an aggregate turnover to be computed on all India basis, not exceeding an amount of 20 lakh rupees in a financial year, as a category of persons exempted from obtaining registration under the Act. So it is very clearly notification 10 of 2017 says that even if you are doing IGST, that is interstate, whether you are doing from Kolkata or Tamil Nadu or out of Maharashtra, you are eligible for 20 lakh exemptions from rupee 1. So whenever you cross first time rupees 20 lakhs, first 20 lakhs, you will not be paying a single penny, and an amount exceeding that 20 lakhs, you will be paying for the first year. But when the second year comes into action and it goes down, you are already registered. In the second year, if it is only 17 lakhs use your revenue, even in that case, from rupee 1, you need to pay for 17 lakhs. That time you cannot say that I have not exceeded 20 lakhs. This is the understanding, and this is the circular number, notification number, which is 10 of 2017, which clearly states this, and it is dated 13th October 2017. For in case anybody needs the circular copy, I can share it in the group also.
Perfect. I think that's absolutely clear. Anybody would like to add something to this? We will just make a note, and otherwise we are done. Or you want
Ramesh,
me to?
Ramesh, I just had a question. So it's, thank you so much for giving us the guidance on that. It's very helpful. Do you know why, despite how clear this circular is, why some mutual fund distributors are still receiving notices for amounts less than 20 lakhs?
No, people who ever received a notice, when this circular copy is shared, example in Tamil Nadu, few people have received this notice, and once they have shared this notification copy, it is a notification dated I said what date I told you, same date. Oh, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
check.
13th
Yes,
October
13th October,
2017.
13th October 2017, when this notification of 10 of 2017 is shared with the officer, the cases has been withdrawn. The notices has been withdrawn. So you can check and accordingly you can take this forward.
Okay, this is very helpful, and hopefully that helps answer Gopal sir's and Narendra
Yes.
sir's questions.
So with this, I think what we will do next is have this letter in place and share it in the group, which Anand will be doing after adding all the points, relevant points, whatever we have received. Any other points which has to be added in that letter, please do share so that in today and tomorrow that is done, and then we can take it forward. Yeah.
Sir, I'll take this. Anandji, what you can say is you can mention this notification thing in the letter also, saying that as per your notification dated 13th October 2017, notification number 10 of 2017, why MFDs across the country who is having less than 20 lakhs turnover or served notices, they are harassed by GST officers, which you can clearly mention in the letter that we poor mutual fund distributors are harassed, even irrespective of government issuing such a clear-cut notification. Please instruct your officers not to harass the poor MFDs. That will
Right,
be
sir.
really helpful.
Right, sir. Right. I will add that.
Anandji, I just wanted to add one thing.
Yes, sir.
I had sent you a copy of an extract of a SCN which clearly stated that they are treating us as agents. And under the CGST Act, an agent is liable from rupee 1. It is not a question of IGST. IGST, I'm part of AMDA. We had fought for IGST. We had gone to GSTRU. We had got all that done. Right? The drama now is starting on the agent part. We are being treated as agents, and under Section 7 of the Act, an agent is liable from rupee 1. If you see that what I had sent you two things. Both of those things are talking about treating an MFD as an agent. So we need to counter that, as Mr. Jain was saying, that we are not an agent, we are professionals providing a service. That is the only way we can get out of this. If they classify you as an agent, even SEBI doesn't understand that. They classify us as distributors, and a distributor means that you have a principal and agent relationship. It's very simple. The guy will just simply say you are a distributor, you come under Section 7 and everybody is liable. So that is one thing which you need to do, and the person you need to go and see is either somebody in the GST Council, which is used to be in Jeevan Bharti building, is probably still there, or the guy called JSTRU, that's the Joint Secretary Tax Research Unit. He's the person who takes all these decisions, and the only way you can convince them is by telling them that, I'm not coming for myself, I'm coming for the entire community at large. When we had talked about service tax impacting a lot of consultants here, there, and all over the place. We are not coming just for ourselves. We are coming about a lot of small businesses who are paying, like there are a lot of journalists who used to pay, get a consultancy, and their bills were raised by the head office, which was in another state. And there are a lot of other companies also where they appoint consultants. So we had given them examples outside our own business. And that's why they had, looked at it in a different way. Because if you just go and talk about yourself, they will say you come for yourself. We don't care. And the last thing I want to add is that somehow you have to convince them that it is a revenue neutral proposition, or the government stands to gain out of it, right? Because anybody in the government, they do not want to consider revenue negative propositions. Okay. So that is something one needs to, figure out how to put that into the system so that they feel that they are not getting impacted.
Got it. And quick question for you, who decide, like, has there been an order that's passed very clearly that says mutual fund distributors are agents?
No. It's the classification of agent. If you remember, I had sent you on your
I remember, I
WhatsApp,
remember.
an
Yes.
article which defined
Yes.
what an agent is.
Yes.
If we read that, there is no way we can get out of it. It's as simple as that. I mean, we had looked at it at that point of time also, but then SEBI AMFI came out with, a clarification at that point of time that we are exempt up to 20 lakhs. So we didn't, bother too much about it. But even, I mean, we need to involve AMFI also, because as individuals, nobody will listen to us. If you recall that 2 years ago, CAM's AMFI unit had sent notifications or other notices to mutual fund distributors that you cross 20 lakhs, please register for GST immediately and give us your number. Right?
Right.
So that means that even AMFI, for that matter, is thinking that we are, professionals and we are not agents. Otherwise, they would have given us a notice on day one itself. Ki, boss, you are agents, please. I mean, they wouldn't have waited from 17 to 23 to issue that thing. And in fact, there is, in the West, people have received a notification which talks about the 20 lakh exemption. Right? So this is something which one is, not very clear कि वो किसका क्या है, क्या नहीं है. But the fact of the matter is that the notices in East are, most of them, because of this agent business, it is coming because of that. It is not coming because of interstate. Interstate तो reverse हो गया था on 12th or 13th of October 2017. वो 20 lakhs का तो exemption उधर है. मतलब nobody can challenge you on that. But they are challenging you on the fact that they are treating you as an agent. So
We have a few more people who would like to just add something. I think this all these
Hello.
points can be added in the group. Sandeep ji, we will ensure we'll open the group now after this session so that we all can add. Let's move forward.
Hello.
I think Mr. Sandeep Vaidya and Mr. Ratan Motwani and Mr. Narendra Jain would like to speak.
Haji. Can I speak?
Yes.
Hello. Haji. I do agree. There is a notification. If your turnover is less than 20 lakhs, you need not to register under IGST. But still, you'll go through all complete provisions of GST Act. You will find if there is a IGST, interstate turnover, registered. So there is a
Narendra ji, you are on mute.
in a manner that we are not liable to register under IGST. Otherwise, if we accept that we are liable for IGST, then our liability would increase a number of times. And there are a number of notices issued by the department. I have in my possession right now that when your turnover is 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs, they've demanded GST at the rate of 18%. So we have to prepare ourselves in such a manner that we are not liable for IGST. The person out of Maharashtra should pay the SGST and CGST. They should not be liable for IGST. If we accept this ground of paying IGST, we would be liable for a very big financial liability and for lifetime. So kindly prepare your argument in such a manner that MFD working out of Maharashtra should be registered under SGST and CGST. We are ready to pay 18%, but we will not be registered under IGST. Otherwise, we will lose our battle. This is my submission. And we will not be entitled for composition scheme up to 50 lakhs if it is IGST and we are out of Maharashtra. So prepare your appeal or your presentation before Finance Minister in such a manner. Otherwise, we will not succeed. And there are number of notices already under Section 74. So be careful.
Okay, thank you, Narendra ji. Ratan Motwani.
Yes, sir. My question are one, जब हम 17-18 फाइनेंशियल ईयर 17-18 में जब जीएसटी आया तो हमारा जो टर्नओवर की डेफिनेशन है अप्रैल में जून हटा करके कैलकुलेट करना था फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ जीएसटी कैलकुलेशन. बट जब हमारा यहाँ पर असेसमेंट किया गया उन्होंने बोला नहीं अप्रैल जून का नहीं माइनस होगा टर्नओवर और आपका पूरा फाइनेंशियल ईयर का टर्नओवर कैलकुलेट करने के लिए लिया जाएगा. तो दैट मीन्स अप्रैल में जून का जिसमें हम ऑलरेडी सर्विस टैक्स पे कर चुके हैं हम यहाँ पर डबल टैक्सेशन के लिए लायबल हो गए. फर्स्ट, आपके नॉलेज में क्या है कि हम अप्रैल में जून का कंसिडर कर सकते थे कि नहीं, क्योंकि मैंने जो नोटिफिकेशन फाइंड आउट किया था उसमें जीएसटी ऑडिट के लिए अप्रैल में जून का टर्नओवर माइनस किया गया था और जीएसटी टर्नओवर की कोई डेफिनेशन में अप्रैल में जून माइनस करने का कहीं पर भी मतलब डेफिनेशन में नहीं था, पहला। दूसरा, जो हम अभी डिस्कशन कर रहे थे कि हम एजेंट की डेफिनेशन में नहीं आते हैं, हम प्रोफेशनल की डेफिनेशन में आते हैं। अगर हम वो कंटेस्ट कर रहे हैं तो हम और फंस जाएंगे, क्योंकि हमको 44AA के सेक्शन में, इनकम टैक्स में, सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स हमको रिकॉर्ड्स मेंटेन करने पड़ेंगे, जो कि अगेन बहुत बर्डन हो जाएगा, और हमको 50% इनकम टैक्स पे करना पड़ेगा 44ADA में। तो विच विल बी मतलब हमारा टैक्स बर्डन और बढ़ जाएगा इनकम टैक्स की नजर से। तो हम ना तो एजेंट है, ना हम प्रोफेशनल है, क्योंकि अगर हम प्रोफेशनल होते तो हमारा जी का लाइबिलिटी जो है वो, मान के चलिए आप, हम 40 लाख के डेफिनेशन में आते हैं। हम जब 40 लाख क्रॉस करते तब हम, या 50 लाख, आज की डेट में 50 लाख है प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए, तो हम वहां पर भी फॉल नहीं करते हैं। तो हमको ये देखना रहेगा, और दूसरा हमको ये चेक करना है कि इंक्लूसिव ऑफ जीएसटी है कि नहीं हमारा टर्नओवर। अगर हमारा टर्नओवर इंक्लूसिव ऑफ जीएसटी है तो मुझे पहले टर्नओवर में से जीएसटी माइनस करना है, एंड देन टर्नओवर कैलकुलेट करना है फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर, जब मुझे रजिस्ट्रेशन चेक करना है कि मैं रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए लायबल हूं कि नहीं हूं। अगर मेरा ग्रॉस टर्नओवर 21 लाख रुपए है तो मुझे पहले जीएसटी माइनस करना है। तो मैं जब जीएसटी माइनस कर रहा हूं तो मेरा टर्नओवर होता है 16 लाख रुपए, विच इज माई टैक्सेबल टर्नओवर, नॉट माई ग्रॉस टर्नओवर। एंड देन मुझे चेक करना है कि मैं 20 लाख से ऊपर हूं कि नहीं हूं। अगर मैं 20 लाख से ऊपर हूं तब मुझे जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना है। अदरवाइज फिर मैं नेक्स्ट ईयर में फॉल करूंगा 18-19 में, जब मुझे फिर से 20 लाख का एग्जाम्पशन मिलेगा। तो ये सारे कंफ्यूजन जितने थे, सबके लिए जितने मेरे पास डॉक्यूमेंट से, जितने मेरे पास स्टडी था, मैंने अपने असेसिंग ऑफिसर को दिया। उन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं माना, बोला कलकत्ता में पे कर रहे हैं, भुवनेश्वर में पे कर रहे हैं, मुंबई में पे कर रहे हैं, दिल्ली में पे कर रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स आपको भी पे करना पड़ेगा। पूरे ऑल ओवर इंडिया में एक जैसा पैटर्न फॉलो होगा, इसलिए आपको पे करना पड़ेगा। मैंने बोला सर अप्रैल मई जून में तो हम डबल टैक्सेशन कर रहे हैं अननेसेसरली। भाई मेरे कमीशन अमाउंट पे ऑलरेडी सर्विस टैक्स एएमसी ने पे कर दिया है, फिर उसको मैं टर्नओवर में क्यों मान रहा हूँ? बोले नहीं, आपको मिलना चाहिए था, बट इसका कोई भी नोटिफिकेशन नहीं है कहीं पर भी, ऑफिशियल नोटिफिकेशन, इसलिए आपको अप्रैल में जून को भी कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा। और दूसरा सबसे बड़ा पॉइंट, हम 74 में फॉल करते नहीं थे, हमको कराया गया क्योंकि हम टाइम बार्ड के सिचुएशन में थे 17-18 में। मतलब अगर ये 73 का केस होता तो हम ऑलरेडी कब से टाइम बार हो चुके थे। हमको 74 में लाया गया इसलिए क्योंकि टाइम बार केस हो रहा था। तो ये सारे पॉइंट्स अगर हम उस लेटर में लिखेंगे, एक लेटर हमने बना करके अनिल सिंघवी सर को पहुंचाने के लिए भेजा भी है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री को भी हमने भेजा है। तो शायद अगर कुछ हो, हम टैक्स पे करने के लिए रेडी हैं, बट इंटरेस्ट पेनाल्टी का जो बर्डन है उतना तो कभी अर्निंग हुआ ही नहीं जितना हम इंटरेस्ट और पेनाल्टी हम पे करने वाले हैं। तो उस पॉइंट को हाईलाइट किया जाए तो टैक्स पे करने के लिए हर कोई एग्री करेगा, आई एम श्योर, आफ्टर गिविंग द बेसिक एग्जाम्पशन। उसके बाद हम फिर आगे पेनल्टी और अगर इंटरेस्ट को वेवर करा सकते तो बहुत अच्छा होगा।
रतन जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर शेयरिंग दैट। बहुत आपका इंसाइटफुल पॉइंट था। और मैं आपसे टच में आता हूँ 1-on-1। आपका नंबर ले लूंगा मैं ग्रुप से, ताकि हम, आप और मैं, कोऑर्डिनेट कर सकें इस एक्सरसाइज में। बट थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Yeah, Ratan ji, I will add you in the closer group also.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Will be with that. Anyone else would like to speak? You
Hello.
can just unmute yourself and speak.
हेलो
हेलो।
हेलो। हाँ, अभी there's somebody discuss about liability of 1718. So there is a circular number, notification number 32 of 2017, that we are not required to pay GST up to March 18. Notification number 32. So in that year, there is no liability. We will post the circular. How we can put? We will post the that notification also. अगर ये है तो उसको भेज सकते हैं क्या?
सर आप डाल सकते हैं ग्रुप पे। हम, आई
हाँ
थिंक
जी।
हम ग्रुप
That
ग्रुप खोल देते हैं वो, तो उस पे आप डाल दीजिए।
notification number 32 is there.
ओके।
You need not to pay up to March 18.
ठीक है।
हेलो
हेलो।
हेलो हेलो
हेलो।
यस, प्लीज गो अहेड।
आई हैव ए क्वेश्चन। अभी किसी कंपिटेंट अथॉरिटी ने बताया कि हमें एसजीएसटी नहीं लेना है, आईजीएसटी नहीं लेना है, एसजीएसटी लेना है। पर अगर मेरा इन्वेस्टर्स दूसरे स्टेट्स में है, क्या एसजीएसटी से काम होगा या उस समय मुझे आईजीएसटी ही देना होगा?
You are from which part, sir? That's very
I am
important.
from Jharkhand.
You are from Jharkhand. Jharkhand is not SGST, it will be IGST only.
Okay.
Irrespective of the state, where you are, that is important. Not the thing where you are serving, where you are put up, where you are billing from. That's important.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Guruvel, sir.
Acha,
Yes.
good morning, sir. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Sir, I asked Mr. Kanakji and Ramesh Bhattji arrange one GST commissioner to come into this picture and explain this. Well, we are discussing with each other. Let the officers to do these things. Number one. Number two, Mr. Anandji, you have written to Finance Minister having only 25 people. You said it in the letter that we, the group of 25 people. So we are having 25,000 people. Why you are restricted to only 25 people?
Yeah. So I just wanted to quickly clarify. It's just a draft. It's not a final yet. I'd put a message on the group to see how many people are in this issue, and only 25 people responded. So it's a draft. We can change the number, but the number has to be on the number of people who are willing to be signatories to the letter. So we can make that change. We haven't submitted the letter to anyone yet.
Right. Another, why there is a two category of only Maharashtra and the rest of India? Because the finance ministry does not know our model of business. We, the MP and SEBI, MFD association has to explain in person and explain our mode of business. Then only they will come. Why they are only Maharashtrian people take advantage? We are in stepmother treatment. One. Then Ratanji, you told that 50 lakhs turnover, you are coming under to 50% profit, take as percentage income. Why you are going for, you use ITR 3 and you use income for only 5 lakh, 10 lakhs. How much you want? Take it as a 10%, 15%, 20%. Only if you go for percentage income basis, you have to show the 50% income. Otherwise, you go for ITR 3 and you can make a loss. Why you go for that thing? So this is a burden of Mr. Kanakji and Ramesh Bhattji. Explain to the finance minister, meet in person and explain our model of business and give equal treatment to all MFDs in India. There is no separation. And for MFDs, at least 1 lakh MFDs has to sign. This is my request. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Can I speak?
Please.
आशुतोष फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़। सर, पूरे इंडिया में शायद सबसे पहले जो नोटिसेस आए थे वो हमारे को आए थे वे बैक इन 2018 में, क्योंकि हमने पहले सर्विस टैक्स के अंडर हमने रजिस्टर किया था। फिर जब माइग्रेट हुआ जीएसटी में तो हमने हमारे को सर्विस टैक्स के नोटिस इशू हुए थे कि बिकॉज फर्स्ट टाइम जब आप सर्विस टैक्स लिए आरसीएम के बाद तो कहते यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू टेक दैट 20 लाख रुपीज अजम्पशन दैट टाइम इन 2017-18 में। क्योंकि बोलते हैं क्योंकि आपकी जो है टोटल कमीशन जो है प्रीवियस फाइनेंशियल ईयर और करंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर में 20 लाख से ऊपर थी, तो यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू टेक दैट। वो हमारा केस 2017 से अभी तक चल रहा है। कमिश्नर ने डिनाई कर दिया, अभी ट्रिब्यूनल के पास चल रहा है वो केस। सॉरी, मैं थोड़ा लेट ज्वाइन किया, मैं थोड़ा कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाया, बट हमारा केस सबसे पुराना केस है। और उसके बाद देन दे स्टार्टेड सेंडिंग नोटिसेस टू ऑल डिफरेंट स्टेट्स और डिफरेंट आईएफएस।
Actually, that is, in my views, as per my views, what department has sent to you the notice, that is right, sir. This is personally my views. As per my views, I'm telling, because you have already availed this under service tax. Service tax is nothing but the migration of service tax which is made to GST. since you have already availed, see, even myself, you take my category, I was under service tax. Those days, more than 10 lakhs under service tax, you are supposed to register and pay. First 10 lakhs is exempt for the first time. Once you avail that one time in lifetime, after that, you cannot avail that. So,
1 minute. Sorry,
yeah.
1 minute. Sir, what you are saying is that first time when we took service tax, we were allowed to take that 10 lakhs exemption.
Correct.
That you are saying. But
yes.
Department, they deny this because they are telling us that because your income was about 10 lakh rupees in the previous financial year, plus in the current financial year, you are not allowed to take that 10 lakh rupees. That is our only point of dispute with the department right now. And now we are going to the tribunal because department has denied. We appeal to the commissioner. He denied that 10 lakh rupees, that you are not allowed to take that 10 lakh rupees. They told us, okay, you give us that notification where it is written that you are allowed to take 10 lakh rupees for the first time when you are taking service tax number. So now our case is pending with the tribunal.
Okay.
So can you provide that notification where it says that if you are taking for the first time, if you are taking the service tax number, you are allowed to take that 10 lakh rupees assumption threshold limit, which is 10 lakh rupees. Department is denying this thing that 10 lakhs is not allowed to you.
I'll check. Let me check that the old notification. If I get the copy, I did had that. Let me check. If I have it, I will share it in the group.
Because, sir, what is there is that they have taken some letters from the AMCs, especially Nippon, where there was a Q&A where even Nippon has said that even if you are taking for the first time, you are not allowed to take that 10 lakh rupees assumption because your income is more than 10 lakh rupees. So they are taking that as a precedent that your AMC is saying that you are not allowed. How you can take that 10 lakh rupees? But they are not providing us any notification where it is written that we are allowed to take that 10 lakh rupees. Either they are ignorant or they don't want to take that thing into the, because it's a question of a revenue loss for the government.
Shitoshni, let me check it out. If I have that old GST service tax circular of 10 lakh, I will definitely share with you.
Because
Maybe useful for your case.
Four of us from Chandigarh are fighting for this. Rest of people, they have already paid that service tax on that 10 lakh rupees, but we four are adamant that we are not going to pay you anything, even if, although the amount of penalty is more than the tax that we have to pay right now.
I understand.
Case is pending with tribunal.
I understand. If I have, let me check. If I have it, I will definitely share it in the group soon.
But my question is that why department is not taking that notice into action? Why they are just harassing all the distributors all across India?
Sir, if you agree and pay, it is a revenue for them. If you dispute,
that's right. But
that
we are, no, that's right. Actually, what is there out of 10 notices? 6 have paid, 4 have not paid, so they take that. Okay, you see your colleagues have already paid. Why you are not paying? But it is against the law. When law says that we are allowed to take that assumption, so that is against law. If somebody is paying, if he is doing wrong, why should we do?
No. Even they have paid. If they are paying under protest, whenever such kind of cases, when you pay the money, you say that under protest, I am paying this money. Then even if you win the case, let us suppose Mr. Ashutosh who has filed the case and he wins the case. If I have paid, let us suppose I have paid, I can get the money also because I have paid the money under protest.
Sir, but the amount of money is now, the amount of taxes is less and the penalty is more than that amount.
Yes. I think that's
almost
the concern,
2.5 times.
Yeah, that's the concern. And I think, no, this specific point, maybe, no, you can discuss, maybe, no, Ramesh Bhai also, and that can also be added. But I think we just cannot add n number of points. We'll have to be very, very specific and take the legal advice and be on point. Otherwise, no, we will just fizzle out everything.
सर हमारे साथ चंडीगढ़ में क्या हुआ था मैं बताता हूँ. जब मैं अपना असेसिंग ऑफिसर के पास गया ना, जब नोटिस पहली बार आया था 2018 में, कहता जी हम तो आपके कम्युनिटी के उन लोगों को ढूंढ रहे थे जिनके 10 लाख से ऊपर की कमीशन है और उन्होंने सर्विस टैक्स नंबर नहीं लिया। कहता ये आप तो जबरदस्ती हमारे उसमें आ गए हो, लेकिन अब आपको पे करना ही पड़ेगा, ये उसने बोला। एंड मतलब वी 10 पीपल फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़ दे गॉट द नोटिस। उसने क्या किया, स्प्रेड कर दिया अपने सारे ऑल अक्रॉस इंडिया की, जी देखो ये कम्युनिटी है जिसको आप पकड़ के यहाँ से खूब पैसा बना सकते हो। उसने सबको फंसा दिया, उसने उठा के, ढूंढ रहा कुछ और था, पकड़े गए हम। और हमने उसको बोला भी, उसने क्या किया, सारी एमसी से ना लेटर, एक्चुअली क्या है, उसका बेटा यहाँ किसी एमसी में जॉब करता था, उसने उनको बता दिया जी कैंप्स कार्बी से आप सारा डाटा लो, वहां से आपको पूरा कमीशन का डाटा मिल जाएगा, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, उसने Q&A, ये जो उस टाइम आप अगर आपको याद होगा निपॉन ने भी निकाला था Q&A, उसने Q&A की कॉपी दिखा दी हमारे को, देखो जी आपकी निपॉन बोल रहा है। मैं कहा सर आप निपॉन के हिसाब से चलोगे, अपना डिपार्टमेंट चलाओगे, या अपने रूल के हिसाब से चलाओगे, मेरे को बताओ। मैं कहा जी मैं किसी और एमसी का ला के दे दूं आपको, वो बोलता है आप मानोगे उसको? नहीं मानोगे आप। अब अपना डिपार्टमेंट का देखो ना कहाँ है। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये सारे के सारे प्रमोटेड है डिफरेंट डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट से, किसी को जीएसटी के नॉलेज नहीं है। इवन मेरी कमिश्नर से भी बहस हुई, कमिश्नर को भी बोला, ही वाज सम डॉक्टर, आई डोंट नो कहाँ से डॉक्टर, वो ही वाज अ मेडिकल डॉक्टर, उसने अपना ये पेपर क्लियर करके यहाँ आया।
आशुतोष जी, हम ऐसा करते हैं, आनंद, रमेश जी, हम लोग का एक एडमिन ग्रुप भी है, मैं आपको उसमें भी ऐड कर लेता हूँ, और रतन मोटवानी को भी ऐड कर लेता हूँ, एंड वी विल टेक इट फॉरवर्ड। और कोई क्वेश्चंस किसी को है तो प्लीज शेयर करें, वी विल क्लोज द सेशन टुडे।
एक लास्ट कनक भैया, एक लास्ट मतलब अगर हम सब चीजें कर रहे हैं तो
लास्ट तो आप डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं, बाकी सब लोग डिसाइड करेंगे।
अरे मतलब, अरे मेरी तरफ से लास्ट
आपकी तरफ से फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट बोलिए।
हाँ, फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट, कि why we are not fighting about reverse charge and forward charge mechanism। जैसे हम इंश्योरेंस में अगर कट के मिल रहा है तो म्यूचुअल फंड में भी मिले तो कितने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर की जिंदगी आसान हो जाएगी।
हाँ, वो पॉइंट शेयर कर दिया है, आनंद इज टेकन केयर ऑफ दैट पॉइंट, दैट पॉइंट इज इन द लाइन, दैट पॉइंट इज एडेड।
Sir, just one point. Please note that we are issuing invoice to AMC. AMC can take input tax credit. What is going on? Because crores and crores of rupees are we are issuing in the name of AMC. They can take that crores of rupees in some other manner. Take a input tax credit, whether it actually goes to Government of India or goes to AMC, or if what is the share? 50-50, 50 to Government of India, 50 to AMC, or 75 to Government of India, 25 to AMC. Crores and rupees. This thing we have to look into this. Yes, sir. Kanakji, you take it.
No, you are correct. See, only input, whatever the input is, they will take. See, let's say even if I am paying a GST,
everything is
whatever our case also, no, we are also taking input for any bills or anything, whatever we are doing. So they will also
take minor, very meager things, but
whatever. So balance has to be
crores and crores. We are having 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees. That's all.
Yeah.
It is meager, nothing, not even 1%. But 100% AMCs are taking. You just confirm that AMCs are taking input tax credit or not. Just inform me. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Kanakji.
Sujata.
Kanakji.
करना चाहूंगा सर।
Sujata, Anand, Ratnam. Yeah. अच्छा,
हेलो
रवि जी हैं।
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please speak.
Yeah. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to all of you. I joined late to this program. I have a small, point to be noted. In fact, I had already written to Mr. Ramesh Bhatt once in one of his in the group. See, being as you all know that I'm just entering the 20 lakhs category, 20 lakhs income category in probably this year. I'll be completing it. So I have my own thoughts and opinion. See, as you all know that women in this industry are very, limited. So I request from my point, as a lady, as a women entrepreneur and a financial advisor, to give some relaxation for the women. That is my concern. That is because so that you can encourage the women, more women to come into this purview. That is my first point. Secondly, and increase and at least give this relaxation for the women. from at least from 20 lakhs to 40 lakhs. Give the relaxation at least in the beginning. So I know it might be a challenge for the finance ministry to take it all of a sudden, but still, as a women, for the women and in that, so may extend the 20 lakhs category to 40 lakhs. So these are the two points that I would like to emphasize on.
We'll put forward that
Sujata
point.
madam. Sujata
I think
madam.
And which is
that becomes a good point when everybody would like to take either in their daughter's name and like Ramesh Bhatt
sir,
sir.
yes, that actually will encourage women and women investors also there, because right now the women investors are also very less.
Yeah.
And sir, which is, and one more thing,
100%.
kindly clarify which is the group that I'm supposed to be part of. I'm already in the FFF group. Is the same group or any other group apart from this, sir?
No, there is a temporary group for GST which is being formed.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
कनक जी, एक मेरा पॉइंट था कि हम लोगों ने सारे पॉइंट डिस्कस किए, बट अभी जैसे कंपोजिशन स्कीम की हम बात करते हैं कि सिर्फ वो महाराष्ट्र के लिए अलाउड है, आउट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र वो चीज नहीं अलाउड है, तो ऑब्वियस है कि हम लोग ये भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन कर सकते हैं कि ये ऐसी कंडीशन क्यों है कि सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र के ही लोग कंपोजिशन के लिए जा सकते हैं, भारत के स्टेट्स के लोग क्यों नहीं जा सकते?
दिस पॉइंट विल बी एडेड, यस फॉर श्योर, एंड पॉसिबल है, आई थिंक ऑल द AMCs can do it, क्योंकि उस सबकी लोकल ऑफिसेस तो होती हैं अलग अलग स्टेट्स में, सो दिस इज क्वाइट पॉसिबल, पर फिर भी वो लोग डिनाई कर रहे हैं कि उनके लिए बहुत इश्यूज आ जाएगी और इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी सो इजी टू डू, सो दैट्स द रीजन दे आर नॉट डूइंग इट।
कनक जी,
हाँ बोलिए।
कनक जी, हेलो।
हाँ बोलिए नरेंद्र जी।
हाँ जी, मेरा एक सजेशन है कि अभी तक जो जीएसटी के सारे प्रोविजंस हैं वो सब स्टेट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के बेनिफिट में हैं। आप उसको थोड़ा सा रूट में जाइए और ये देखिए कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान में एक्सेप्ट महाराष्ट्र वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज टू अवर इन्वेस्टर। इन्वेस्टर इज द ओनर ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड। इफ इन्वेस्टर डजंट डू एनी इन्वेस्टमेंट वी विल नॉट गेट एनीथिंग आउट ऑफ इट। सो आपको बेसिक कंसेप्ट थोड़ा समझना पड़ेगा। वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज टू अवर इन्वेस्टर्स and therefore we are not liable for IGST. Our service receiver is investor, not the mutual fund. Yes. They are only a intermediate agency. They are making payment on behalf of our investor. If investor doesn't do any investment will not get anything out of it. Plus, if we accept that content of the department, it is IGST, will not get any relief. So you have to start your draft or your argument in that manner that we are providing services to investor all India basis. Therefore, we are liable for 18% GST, but under SGST and CGST.
I think Ramesh Bhatt has to leave. So Ramesh ji, अगर आप कुछ concluding remarks दे के जाना चाहें तो please do that. और नरेंद्र जी, we will also, I'll request Mr. Kulwal to add you in the group also, and so that we can take it further from there. Anyone else?
This is really a wonderful effort. It is a starting one. I again congratulate the people who have put efforts to do such a wonderful session. I appreciate Mr. Kanak and the entire team who's behind doing this. Any help from my side, 100%, I'm all with you and full support. Thank you. Sorry, I have to rush for another meeting, so I'm leaving. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. I think, Gopal ji, anything you would like to add? And then Anand, please conclude the meeting.
Yes, sir.
Whatever points you would like to add.
Sir, we have to limit the number of requests we are making. I am sure this composite is a main point. This woman entrepreneur is also important. But if we put 10, 15, 20 requests, I think our letter itself will not be considered. They might just keep it in the back burner. So we have to decide which are the top 1, 2, 3 things we want them to listen to us. There's a fair chance that they will listen and do something about it. So we have to take this different points at different time at different forum. We cannot lump everything in the one request.
Agreed. Great. So the group is open. We can discuss. We can put our points there. But finally, I agree 100% with Gopalji that we'll have to be very, very crisp and very, very specific. Maybe maximum 3 to 4 points.
How do we join the group, the WhatsApp group?
I don't know. I'll have to. let me.
Is there a link that you can share on chat
Yeah,
over here?
okay. What I will do, while some of you answer, I will just add the group link in a little while.
But I think apparently the link is not clickable here when I'm trying to copy the messages.
So Dhirji, are you part of the Triple FP WhatsApp group?
No, I'm not a part of that group. So this message I got on some MFD group where someone had shared, hence I could join this meeting.
So I'm just dropping my WhatsApp number in the chat. Please send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll send you the group link.
Perfect.
Great. So Kanakji, if I can just conclude the session,
Yes.
I think.
Just a minute, sir.
So
Hello?
if I can
Hello?
just conclude the session, I think the biggest takeaway is that we are all suffering and we had not come together on understanding what our mutual pain points are. I think this is a very good first step. We realize that we are not the only ones facing these problems, and we have a few WhatsApp groups going where we can communicate with each other, form an alliance and association, and jointly put our point forward in front of the relevant officials to relax how they treat and to give leniency into how they treat the cases related to mutual fund distributors. So thank you so much, Kanak sir, for helping put this together, and Ramesh ji, he's left obviously, and Rajesh ji and Bobby ji for all your guidance and help so far. We look forward to working with all of you here in raising our voices correctly so that we get the right response from the finance ministry.
Hello? Hello?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anand bhai. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.